The man in charge of investigating complaints against the PSNI, the police ombudsman Al Hutchinson, is expected to step down early next year after another report pointing to serious failings in the way he runs the organisation.
The report was commissioned by the ombudsman himself and it suggests the independence of his office has been undermined.
It's the latest in a series of difficulties for Mr Hutchinson. Last summer, he was forced to withdraw a report into the McGurk's bar bombing when victims' families complained it contained inaccuracies.
In April, the BBC revealed that Mr Hutchinson's chief executive had resigned, saying the independence of the organisation had been compromised.
And in June, an independent review said Mr Hutchinson's weak leadership had undermined the effectiveness of his office.
As our Home Affairs correspondent Vincent Kearney now reports, the pressure finally seems to have got to the Ombudsman.
That's right, keep passing the rubble back.
15 people died when a UVF bomb exploded in McGurk's bar in North Belfast 40 years ago. A key role of the Ombudsman's office is to examine how the police investigated atrocities like this. How that work has been carried out is strongly criticised in today's report. Al Hutchinson commissioned the report after the BBC revealed in April that his chief executive Sam Pollock, seen here on the right, had announced his resignation and made strong criticisms of the way it conducted business. The Criminal Justice Inspectorate upholds his claim that there's been a lowering of the independence of the office in the way it investigates historical cases.
The Office of the Ombudsman is extremely important in the context of police oversight, and anything which undermines confidence in the office, I think, is damaging. This report, while noting that there were no major concerns with current cases, did identify how it approached investigation into historic cases as a particular issue, and I think that is damaging to the office.
The report says Al Hutchinson has lost the confidence of senior members of his staff and describes the office as dysfunctional. Investigations of historical events are labelled inconsistent and flawed. Inspectors say some reports, including the one into the McGurk's bombing, were redrafted to reduce criticism of the police. Some senior members of the Ombudsman staff claim sensitive police intelligence material has been withheld from investigators, and 2 senior members of staff asked to be disassociated from some of their reports. Inspectors say Al Hutchinson should suspend investigations into historical events until the issues raised in the report have been addressed, and he has agreed. He insists he's the best person to implement those changes, but says he'll step down earlier than originally planned because of mounting criticism of his office.
I acknowledge that the personal attacks on me, criticisms, are becoming dysfunctional in their impact in the office, and I've reflected on that and I've taken a decision, and I will announce that on Thursday.
Politicians are divided on whether he should be allowed to choose the time of his departure.
Al Hutchinson has indicated he wants to go on his 65th birthday. It'll be for him to decide if he wants to go any earlier than that. But I want to hear from him on Thursday and allow him the opportunity to provide detailed answers to the report.
The further delay there is, the further damage there is done to the Ombudsman's office. Al Hutchinson should go, and he should go now.
I've never left behind an unfinished task, and I intend to deal with the issues that Michael Maguire has raised. I think it's appropriate.
Al Hutchinson's contract as Ombudsman runs until November 2014, but he had planned to step down in December next year after turning 65. After months of criticism,